Hey there, over here. Today's video is rearranging and reorganizing my books. So let's do that. I have a wide open space on my bed, so I'm just gonna start taking down the books and we'll see how long this takes. I'm hoping it's not forever. Okay, where do we want to start first? Maybe I'll go this way first. And just take these down. I did dust the other week, but then I got sick all of last week, so I couldn't do this. So if y'all see dust, don't say anything, okay? It exists. I did my spring cleaning. I don't know where to put the trinkets, but I got a sword. It's not a sword technically, it's a dagger. Get it at your local, oh my god, what's it called? What is that place called? Oh no. Medieval Times, that's what it's called. Like, it's a real sword. Or a real dagger. Ooh, it's very cool. Like it a lot. We need to put these somewhere though. I guess we'll just put them to the side. And continue on. Let's make it. I don't know what to do with that tower. Let's... I don't know if you guys just heard my shoulders cracked. Real bad. Whew. Next one. Oh, these are much heavier. That's what you get when you get special editions. This is 5, this is 4. 3, 2, 1. And then you gotta move the camera. Don't want that to get hurt. I would be very sad if that hurt. Guess we'll... Oh, when you guys are seeing this, I have completed Memories of Ice, but y'all haven't seen the vlog yet. But look at them. Look at all the notes tabs I've taken. It's a very nice accomplishment, honestly, to see that. All these books are so heavy, though. I only can do these a couple at a time. Oh, y'all aren't seeing the prettiness of some of these. Here you go. Here you go, give you guys a nice view. Okay, more trinkets that we need to remove and keep safe. I don't know if these are technically trinkets, but glad I have not a ton. Okay, how do we want to do this? I wish you could see my trepidation right now, but I don't want to remove the TBR stacks in the way that they are because I don't have everything memorized for what's on my TBR. I mean, I have some, but not like all, and I don't want them to get mixed up with the other books I have read. We're angry today again. So there's that. Here for this. These ones are nice because I can hold them in my hands. That's a really weird statement. I can hold all of these books in my hands. It's just that they are smaller, so I can carry more. That's what I meant by that statement. We're gonna need to put some books more together. Little tiny ones there. Oh geez. Okay. I'm gonna put them on those for right now. That's leaning terribly. Ugh. I feel like I should start singing the theme song to this one. Who wants this really big one? Ooh, I'm sorry. Okay. So that's all the books that I've read. I still have 3 piles of books that I have not read. I'm gonna move them to the floor, but I can't fit them on here at the moment. And then we'll get back to talking a bit more. If this ain't a workout, I don't know what is. Oh, okay. Plant you here. You'll hear that siren. Bane of my existence. So these are my books. And I want to rearrange them on my bookshelves because I now have like permanent areas where I film and I would like those to look a little bit more diverse with my selection of books because I only feel like you can only see my fantasy and sci-fi and I would like to show more of my horror and a little bit of the lit fic that I have. So that's the goal for today. I don't really have a method to how I organize. It's more just like what the vibe fits and if I like it or not. The only thing I would like to stay is that my TBR pile is horizontally stacked because it makes that jump out to me when I'm trying to figure out what I want to read next. It feels very echoey in here. there is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I don't know if you really can see 4, but this is my main bookshelf. It holds the most books. It's gonna hold my TBR, but I honestly don't know what I want to put back on here. This shelf, it's going to be most of my Malazan stuff because not all of it can fit anymore together on one shelf, which I'm very proud of. But I would like it to have the stacks that I'm currently rereading, the special editions, and then some of the side questy Esselmont books. Because again, I don't know how much I can put on the shelf quite yet. So I am going to put these ones back on and see what we end up with. Do I remember where all of them are? Yes, yeah, nope, they're here in the center. Okay, I also am gonna do these 10 to 1. Well, actually, I can't do it 10 to 1, can I? All of the publishers that print these books can't get them all to be the same size, except for the special editions, which makes sense, because people would be upset if those were wrong. Okay, so we're gonna start with The Crippled God and Dust of Dreams on the bottom. And then 8 through, do I remember what order these are in? I never can remember. Is it Toll the Hounds is 8. It's a Reaper's Gale and then Bone Hunters, I think, yeah. I don't have any of my stacks anymore to cheat. But yeah, I think it's Reaper's Gale. This one got beat up pretty badly though when it got shipped to me. But these are all the books that I am using to write in for my reread. Yes, it would be nice if they were all this same Tor edition, which is the old printing. But these last two got the new one because they were printed in the teens, whereas these were not. And then my book 3, which I've gotten so many questions on because people are like, oh my god, I love that edition. It's the publisher in England, which on the spine says it's Penguin, but it might be a subsidiary under that publisher, you know? Because Penguin is so big. Oh, this stack is getting real tall. But yeah, can you guys see this? They're all like different sizes, even though they're supposed to be from the same goddamn publisher. So yeah, so here's book 1, 2, and 3. And as you can tell, this edition is very short compared to the rest. And it drives me up a wall. I was trying to find this edition in this, either this format or in this format, and there was none available. So at some point, I'm going to purchase Memories of Ice for the 4th time to try to get it to be the right size from Tor. I just don't know when that's going to happen, but I will redo all my notes and tabbing so that all the books are roughly the same size. Because what's going to happen, I'm on my tippy toes, is that it's out of order. And I don't like it being out of order personally. I quite dislike it. Okay, next are the special editions. Now, I don't know if y'all know about these special editions. These are the ones from Broken Binding, and I love them to death. These are incredible, and I'm so glad I gifted them to myself for my birthday and Christmas of last year. I cannot not look at these once a week and just open them and see the stunningness. By the way, this is not a spoiler for anything, I don't think. I mean, I guess it is. But Gardens of the Moon, it's really you're not spoiling much. But this is Darujhistan, in case you're an avid Malazan reader and lover, and it's gorgeous. Also, yeah, if you can guess, that's Callum and Quickben right there. Oh, and there's Moonspawn. Over Pale, which is gigantic. I forget how large Moonspawn is. Even when I tried to do it in my brain, I'm like, yeah, it's this big. It looks like a mountain. And then every time I look at one of these covers, or there's another work of art that's also very impressive, and it's just I never think of it as big as it actually is. So can we also talk about the size difference between these? Oh man, my favorites. Gorgeous colors. Also, my favorite one of the whole series. And from this reread, we'll see if this one stays being my favorite. Yeah, this definitely has spoilers that I don't want to show, but I'm happy that this one has a dragon on the cover because I think it should. But also Midnight Tides. Okay, so in this printing, Midnight Tides is the same size as Dead House Gates. That's nuts to me, But then Bone Hunters is the same, or if not bigger than Memories of Ice. It's a lot. It's a lot. Okay, so eventually there'd be 4 more books here. They are not printed yet. So we gotta fill that space with, I'm trying to find them. I love the Ascendancy series. I have read all of these already. I can't wait for Esselmont to write more of these. I just don't know how many are supposed to be in this one. It's a prequel series that Esselmont is working on. It's in the same world as the Malazan world. So I'm gonna put them up here as well. And then in this spot, Even though once again we have some height issues, we're going to do the prequel series as well that Erickson is working on. The third one is finally seeing movement, so I am hoping this year we get good news that it will be in production at least, because it's been a while since the second book has been published. And I have refused to read these until the third one is out, or at least it's been announced when it's being published, so hopefully soon. Why, once again, do we have these height issues? Okay, we've got a decent amount of room. I know I can't fit the rest of Esselmont's works, which I've also read, but I could fit these. I don't know, can I fit these two plus those two? Might be a tight squeeze. These are the short stories of Bouclain and Corporal Broach. They are first seen in Memories of Ice, so I just reconnected with these characters. They are a fun duo. They're also terrifying in their own right. I thought they were more fun than I remember, but yeah, necromancers, man. Be careful of them. I am wondering if these two, though, can fit. And Erickson has been working on this series, which was supposed to be a trilogy that finishes off Karsa Orlong's stuff, but I think in December he announced that there's going to be a fourth one in this one. So now this is a series instead of a trilogy. So let's see if these four can fit. I don't think so, but let's see. Oh, maybe. Yes. Hell yes. It's tight, but that'll work. It definitely won't fit the rest of that series, but look at that. And the trinket that was up here that I'm gonna add back, ooh, sorry, is my Nikon F3. This is my favorite 35mm camera. Let's put it in front of here. Y'all, I tested this last week and there's already a new layer of dust. Rude. Okay, so I feel very accomplished by that. I also had an idea for this little square right here. It used to fill up with all of these books, which are books either from my childhood, high school that I kept, or some lit fic or nonfiction that I wanted to keep. Because I don't have a ton of those types of books, so I kept them over here. But because my new angle for filming is in this area, I want to put my horror books here because the horror book was on the first shelf and I like it to be in frame. So let's start with those. They are also the shortest books I own, and that was bothering me that there was like this very steep decline from my very tall fantasy books to these like horror books, and I was like, we gotta change that. I don't like that. So let's see what we got. Technically speaking, this is still a very tall one, so I'm really trying to, here's a stack that I'm going to put in. Again, all the books that I keep are ones that I would highly recommend. If you have not read them, you should. We've also got some sci-fi in here. Basically, this is just a short book area. If you're a book and you are short, you will be in this little box. Parable of the Sower is such a bright color, so I like that. But we have all of this room that I was hoping would be filled. I do technically have a lot of short books still that is on my TBR, so like, do I keep this open? I'm gonna keep these to themselves, and then we're gonna move on to, good God. I'm gonna break some of these series up, and I'm kind of sad about it, because I need movement in my shelves. I'm feeling that my shelves are kind of not doing it for me. I wanna amp it up. I do like where my Berserk collection is, because it's like nice and snug on that fourth one, but let me move you guys for a second. Okay, so let's figure out what books I want to put on here. Obviously you guys have not seen my TBR stacks yet, but there are TBR stacks. But if the angle is here, we need these two shelves to like show a little bit more. I like where the Berserk ones are, but the Berserk ones are so massive. And also I haven't had the Game of Thrones books above this fifth shelf in so long that I think it'd be interesting to see them back out again. Yeah, we need to change the vibe a little bit. I am starting to freeze because I'm overwhelmed. Oh, the other thing about these shelves, because they are exposed, I need them to be bookended by hardback books instead of floppy paperback. It just brings a lot more and better structure, so that's another thing I have to keep in mind. Ooh! These are so heavy together. I was either thinking putting them back here or doing this. It's just they are heavier books, so weight-wise for the bookshelves, I should probably put them lower than higher. But also I have so many books of various weights that it's fine. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put them up here. I think I like that a lot more. I think that's a better angle. Let us move these up here. These are chunky boys. It makes me feel like I should put Game of Thrones now on this fourth shelf to like balance how big these books are. Because Game of Thrones has this history book that I have of it. Do y'all see that? Do y'all see how gorgeous that is? I love fantasy books that actually have illustrations with them. So I put this here. And then I have these editions of Game of Thrones. I don't know if I'll transition into the newer ones because I actually do like some of the new covers are really cool, but I kind of like the fact that I have the ones that I first read versus like the new updated let's get more money, because this guy is not going to be publishing those last 2 books, so might as well. Look, I don't have high hopes for Martin ever finishing it, okay? I just don't. And sometimes, y'all, we gotta be okay with it. It's frustrating, but we have to be okay with it. So, I'm also imagining where my TBR stacks are, because you can't see them, but I have 3 distinct ones. Gotcha. You want some friends. Understandable. You're gonna get a big stack next to you. Question is if I want to keep it the same stack or transition it to a different stack. I could put my Esselmont stuff next to you guys. What if I do that? What if I do that? We're just gonna move some stuff around. This is so weird. None of my Molas and stuff is gonna be together anymore. But for now, I don't have the capacity nor the room to put these anywhere else. So there's them. However, I only have the mass paperback editions of the first 2, which I reread Night of Knives before I started my reread for everything else. And there's little post-its in there. That's cute. That's what sucks about having mass paperback editions is like if not everything is a mass paperback edition, then like it will always look a little bit odd that you're like trying to fit things in. Because I'm not about to put those small ass books upright next to the tall ones. It's just gonna look weird. I think now we have to decide about stacks. Okay, I'm gonna put this TBR stack next. Y'all haven't seen these in full. Maybe, no, I think you guys have seen this one in full. Oop. Nope. Okay. What's fun about having TBR stacks though is that because they're horizontal, they can stick out further. So I can put another book in there, which I probably will. Oh, well that one's a little bit off center, but it's fine. We're cool about it, it's fine. Either 3 really skinny books or 2 medium-sized. That's what's gonna fit there. See, I know that one. Oh wait, the 2 Evan Winter books could fit in here for now because we still have 0 idea when this series will be finished. Aha, oh brilliant. Hell yeah. Okay, that was a lot of work though. Problem with Berserk is you can't it's so big. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna put these 2 books on that shelf along with the Rebecca Roanhorse ones. Oh, which are there. Okay, because I don't have a lot of my sci-fi, but also not a lot of the sci-fi is tall, which is frustrating. There we go. And then we'll do the other stack here. Oh yay, another fucking siren. Okay, and I know exactly what I want to put here, which is Son of the Storm. Liking this feel, liking this vibe. Liking it a lot. I don't know if y'all can tell, but the wheels are currently turning. Y'all can't see what I'm looking at, I'm so sorry. That's what I care about. So I need to at least fill up that section, so that's gonna be in there. I want those to be in there. You know? Oh, Slewfoot. I forgot about Slewfoot. Well, Slewfoot can fit in there. It's just larger than everybody else. For now, let's just put it in here, even though the height's gonna be off. It's not too bad. We gotta move these things. Doing this part now because my brain's going like, well, what's gonna be in the background of my short form content because I've moved so many of the books. So let us piece that together, shall we? First thing is I have to get in the bed. This is gonna fall. Don't want you to fall on me. Okay, so I want this to be here. A lot of people comment on this stack all the time. So I want to make sure that this is here. We'll move that up in a bit. I also always put the Dandelion Dynasty next to them, but I kind of want like really tall books. Oh, speaking of really tall, ooh. Let's do The Will of the Many and The Strength of the Few. Okay, so that's how far those come out. So we will move stack to be out this far. I want people to know that they come to the right place, you know? Not that I think they wouldn't know. Then these need to be in the right order though, or else they don't work. Because I'm thinking about how like dark these books are color-wise. So I'm wondering if I put the Empire of the Wolf books here. Yeah. And then we put the Ken Liu books here. I do think the green, though, of these books kind of work with that. Ooh, yeah, it's like, oh, I kind of like that a lot. Sword of Kaigen is usually a bit shorter. And then from here, I'm not sure how much the rest of the books are going to be shown. That was the only issue. I guess it's not really an issue, but do we want to put Harrow on this side or do we want to put Harrow on that side and then put... Harrow is taller than those books though. I like how I say Harrow when it's the Locked Tomb series. I guess it's not wrong. I don't know if I should say that's a spoiler or not. Oh, so yeah, see those? They're pretty damn close. And I already have the third book. Not that I'm saying that these books are like technically my favorite, but they're recent enough that a lot more people are reading them that like I want to show that this is what I like. This is what I like to see. We do still have a decent amount of books. The vibe's gonna change though once there's a lot more of the books with white on them, because it brightens up. I wonder... Okay, Malice. A lot of my friends on TikTok have not read the Faithful and the Fallen series, and so a lot of people are currently reading this, which is funny to me since they've been out for so long, but a lot of people read Bloodsworn Saga first now, of John Gwyn's, and I still haven't read that one, but that's on my list this year, so hopefully I'll get to it soon. Like that gradient happening. Do we want to put... Does the poppy core even fit there? Let's see. So the camera died. I put up a couple more books because I was just like in the mode, and then I realized, oh, I didn't have like a minute or two. I had literally 10 seconds. There's like still a section of that shelf that is full, and technically speaking, I could slide a really skinny book in here if I wanted to, but nothing feels like it would fit. You know, like this seems too bold. Oh, and that doesn't fit. There is a lot of room on that side though, and I have the rest of the Faithful and the Fallen follow-up trilogy. I have the Book of the Ancestor trilogy, which not many people talk about that anymore. It's just that I know that isn't gonna be 4 books. So it's like I'm almost thinking ahead of like what fits and what doesn't. I don't want to put Priority of the Orange Tree in there. I don't know why, I just don't. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. How do we feel about this vibe? It's still pretty bold. That red is still really loud, but it'll fit better there. This goes with the vibe though. Also, I got this for Christmas from my parents one year, and I still haven't read anything in it, and this might be a book that leaves eventually, but I think it's kind of cool just to look at. We'll see if I ever pick it up. Okay, now it's back to the bookshelf. I didn't realize how empty these shelves would look after doing all of this. So this last shelf / 2 shelves maybe is gonna look kind of weird, but we're gonna work with what we got. Oh, this Expanse actually. This is not the Expanse. This is, what is it? The Captives of War. Sorry, that was not correct. Let's see, does this work better? Oh, it does. I like that. Y'all are just too tall. Oh my god. These two keep on being too short. This works pretty well though. Got like a little gradient going on. I want to put that stack there because it works, but it also means that I have 2 stacks next to each other. So I could do it the reverse order. So we do it like this. Then this last stack. Okay, the last 2 books that I have that don't fit anywhere are my 2 Tolkien big books. I mean, there is room. There's the top shelf and the bottom shelf that are now empty, but they don't have anyone else to be next to, which is kind of sad. But I guess for now, they'll just lay on the bottom shelf, and then once I fill them in, I'll fill them in. Okay, now I need to add trinkets, and then we can reconvene. The skull would make more sense near the horror. Okay, and now it is complete. It feels so much better. It feels refreshing. And I have now learned I have 2 open shelves for whatever I collect next. Thank you so much for joining me today. This was super fun. Next week, it will definitely be the Memories of Ice vlog, which I know some people are looking very forward to. So I will see you in the next one. Bye. I will say this looks very empty though, so I may have to change what's going on here. Or I just need to read more books, whichever comes first.